How is everyone? Happy Saturday. Here it is, the cooking stream. As promised, guys, we're going to be making a menu today that is Alberta inspired. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're doing a 3-pound tomahawk rib steak. Right now, that's in the sous vide. I started that half an hour ago, probably. That thing needs 2 hours in the sous vide. Okay, minimum. So we have 2 hours going in the sous vide. We're going to be going nice and slow. I'm going to be taking my time. The fucking lighting is atrocious. I have a couple lights set up here. It's not doing me any favors, but that's fine. First thing, I tell you what, whenever you start cooking, guys, the first thing you need to do is make sure you get yourself a drink. So here we go. This guy right here, this is from Eau Claire Distillery, right here, just south of us, about an hour south of us in just south of Calgary. God damn it, what's it called? Help me out here. Black Diamond. There you go. Little town called Black Diamond. They call this is their brand new one, guys. It just came out. It's called the Spruce Berry Smash. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it's an alcoholic vodka beverage. Next thing you need to make sure you do, guys, when you're cooking, have a towel with you. But you got to make sure you put on your apron. You know what I mean? Here we go. Check it out. Check this bad boy out, eh? We got frills on the bottom of it and everything. Where's your Kiss the Chef apron? I have a Los Pollos Hermanos apron. I don't know where the hell it is. But look at this thing. Yeah. Wyn's looking fancy. Thank you. First thing I want to do, guys, is because we are having a big steak, I'm going to make a little compound butter to go with it right off the top. This thing's going to need... Oh, you're so pretty. Thanks, Nerd of Stuff. This thing needs time to set up in the fridge. What we have here, again, Vital Green Farms, another Alberta company, guys. Almost everything that we're making today on the stream is all local to Alberta. I just really want to show off. I want to show off Alberta's. I want to show off like what we do, right? We have a ton of ranches, a ton of farming, a lot of stuff like that here, and I really want to show it off. So I mean, again. Can I show off my muscles? Oh, Mrs. Whyn wants me to get her into the sauce here. She's gonna make some raspberry lemonades, mint raspberry lemonades. All right, first thing we're doing, we're gonna make a little compound butter. Oh, I realize I should have. How are we gonna do this? Let's kind of do it like this, shall we? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some of this stuff right here, some of this butter. All I'm trying to do is I want to make something that I can put on top of the steak once it's all done. Hey, cooperate, you. Refocus. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make a little compound butter, garlic, rosemary, some shallot, of course, all the good flavors, all that good, those good rich flavors. I'm going to throw in something a little special. It's all good. So what we're doing, friends. The menu for today, we're doing a big-ass steak, okay? A big-ass 3-pound tomahawk steak. We're doing some truffle mashed potatoes. We're going to do a heirloom caprese salad. Some Earl Grey creme brulees for dessert. So we're going to get the butter out of the way here. So here's a little tip, first tip for you. First off, whenever you're using garlic, if it says to use like a clove of garlic, if you're ever in my company, just use like the entire bulb. If you want a real quick and easy way to do garlic, this is like the easiest way to do it. Just lop the bottom off of it, pull off however many cloves you want. I'm going to use 3 cloves for this because I like it. There's no such thing as too much garlic. I'm there. I'm there. Right? Take it. Break your cloves apart, man. Just get them on your cutting board. Leave the skins right on them. Put the flat of your knife on top of it. Use the flat of your hand. Keep your fingers away from the business end of that knife. Just smash it down, my friends. Smash it down. There's no easier way to peel garlic than that. Look, there you go. You hit it. Comes right off. Okay? Easy. Easy. You have no idea... Yeah, you have no idea how many people I see there who sit here and try and piss around with a clove of garlic, and it takes them forever, and they get all like sour about it. Garlic murder scene, hell yeah, it is. I'd cut myself somehow accidentally, man. See, this is what I'm trying to avoid, right? I'm gonna try and teach you guys how not to cut yourselves. The thing about knives and the things about kitchen knives is it's if you're scared of the knife, you're gonna hurt yourself. So this is just the way I hold my knife. I usually have, 3 fingers underneath, and then my index finger and my thumb just hold either side just in front of the tang, right? This is just me. Whatever way you're comfortable with it, that's the way you're gonna do it, and then you just work yourself through. One thing I highly recommend, the hand that's holding things, make a claw. Make like a little 3-fingered claw, guys. Right? And then whatever you happen to be holding, like if I'm holding this shallot, I'm just going to put my 2 fingers out front and then just rest the back of the knife up against your fingers. Then as long as you're not doing some crazy like up and down with it, all you have to do is bring your knife up and down and it'll constantly rest against the back of your fingers, and you're going to save your fingers, okay? So, no, I cut myself. I know so many people do. So many people do, Livy, and that's okay. Like, it's just the thing is, the thing you need to remember is just like, look at this fancy bastard in his cooking stream. What's up, Pixel? How you doing? So like the thing you need to remember is just like if you show respect to the knife's gonna show respect to you. And you can't be scared of it. Like if you're scared of it, there's more of a chance that you're gonna hurt yourself. Okay? So take said garlic. Again, no such thing as too much garlic. And we're just gonna again use it, jam it into the bowl here. Same thing with the shallot. I kid you not. If when I go to heaven, I swear, if I go to heaven, it's just going to be fields of shallots and garlic for as far as the eye can see. It's going to be the best damn thing. I've already learned more than 2 years of food tech class. Hell yeah. Like there's just the more garlic and the more shallots you have, the better off you are. I'm only going to use about half of this. Question, what's the difference between a shallot and a red onion? They look the same. So a shallot is closer to garlic than it is to a red onion. So a shallot is closer to garlic than it is to a red onion. It is a much milder taste. Yeah, Mrs. Whyn is here. Everyone's giving you some big hellos, Mrs. Whyn. Again, when you're cutting this, a sharp knife will also protect you. So a garlic and a red purple onion had babies. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty damn well. Right? So when you're cutting an onion, when you're cutting an onion or a shallot or something like that, again, if you can get a flat side on it to lay it down, that's great. Always find the side that has the root and work from the other side. Okay? So this side is your root. You can tell this big fibrous. Just make a bunch of slices into it. Again, use your fingers. Don't raise the knife too high up. Just let it do the work. Okay? Turn it sideways. Some people say to cut it like this. I don't know. My take is like it gets small enough for me. I'm learning so much. This is great. I like Food Network. Like there you go. Yeah. And interactive, Livy. So yeah, some people say to like make cuts in it across like that. I personally don't think it's necessary. I think it's just like overkill. So just work your knife down across it. Let the knife do the work. A dull knife will cut you more easily than a sharp knife as well. Because what's going to happen is if you have a dull knife, it's going to try to squish what you're cutting. It's not going to cut what you're cutting. And then when it squishes what you're cutting, it's going to sorry, a dull knife also takes longer to heal. You're absolutely correct, Darren. The knife will slide. You'll end up hacking yourself with it. Zell knows. Zell used to be a meat cutter, which I also worked in for a time there. I'm actually just going to finish cutting up this shallot, guys, because we're going to use a little bit more later on. So I'm going to set this off to the side really quick. This little piece of the shallot wanted to come off. Don't try and fight it, guys. If it wants to come off, just let it come off and then just work it through. Right? Protect your fingers. I'll also tell you what, it's a lot nicer to cut a little piece off of your knuckle. I don't know if you can see it here, but I've cut my knuckle so many times that I'm surprised I even have a knuckle left. It's just all scar tissue. But cutting a little piece off of your knuckle is a hell of a lot nicer than cutting, a chunk of your finger off. You know what I mean? Let's talk about lesser evils, shall we? Again, same thing. If it starts to get obnoxious, just tip it on its side. Take a little bit off of it. All right? Work your knife through it down to the end. Use it all up. It's all nice, usable stuff, guys. Right? And then unless you're really trying to impress someone, it doesn't matter if you're just going to give it a chop, okay? What brand of knives am I using? I use Henkel's. Now, I have no problem. There's lots of people who argue that one brand of knives is better than another. I'll tell you this right now. I've seen knives that are $15 work a lot nicer than knives that are $500. The difference between the two knives, it's not the knife that's doing it, it's how you learn to use it. Man tried to use a flat edge knife on a cooked ham and almost cut her finger off. Yeah, don't do that. I use random brand Kroger's. That's totally fine. What's up, Sorrel? How you doing? Always have rock salt, pepper, and dried herbs in your kitchen? Well, I mean, we can definitely have a conversation about that. Again, back to this bad boy. All we have in here is butter, garlic, and shallots right now. Okay? We're going to work this through, try and incorporate it all. It's going to be chunky as all get out, and that's kind of what we want here, guys. I suppose I could probably use a bit more butter in here just to try and thin it out, but we're going to add a bit more stuff to it, and then we'll go from there. Rosemary, fresh from the garden, okay? Grow your own rosemary. It's super easy to grow. It's resilient to just about anything. When you're peeling rosemary, grab onto the stalk, and then instead of going with the grains here, pull it against. Oh, okay, I realize you can't see that. God damn it. Here. Instead of going with all the fronds, what you want to do is just go against the fronds. Right? Comes off like nothing. Are you a garlic mince guy or a garlic cloves guy? Both. What the fuck? That's magical. Yeah, man. Title, work smarter, not harder, dude. Like, just take it nice and easy. I'm definitely going to add more butter to this. I have a little bit right here. We're just going to chuck that bad boy in. Definitely going to try to... Okay, try to make this just a little bit better. The reason we want to do this first is because we need to get this into the fridge to have it set up, okay? What's the difference between minced and cloved? So minced is all chopped up, and cloves are just like the real meal, the full thing, right? So let me just grab my thing of garlic here. So like this bad boy here would be a clove of garlic, and then you chop it up into minced garlic. Also, here's one item that you cannot that does not grow locally. It does not grow in Calgary. It does not grow in Canada. These, of course, my friends, are, I don't know if you can see this. It's probably a little hard to see. Has all the import stuff on it. These are black truffles, okay? Straight from France. Yeah. So, these guys came from France. These are, ooh, baby. Man, oh man. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. This is like... Truffles can be expensive. These are expensive. But I mean, you know what? Like, they have a pretty nice kitchen setup. Yeah, thanks, Darren. Yeah, so these... I have 2 of them. God, they're good. Again, I have them chocolate. No, these are real truffles. These are mushrooms that grow only in a very specific part of France. Now, I was going to leave it, but you know what? I have a mandolin for a reason. You guys probably won't be able to see this unless you're watching on like the overview camera. So I'm just going to run a little bit of this through the mandolin, watching my fingers the entire time. There we are. Okay. I don't have the nicest mandolin in the world, but it does what it does. So these bad boys are crazy expensive. I'm going to save a little bit of this just for garnish, but I'm probably going to take about this much truffle that we got right here, and I'm just going to, again, run my knife through it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Let's just do it. We'll make the most. We'll make the nicest compound butter you'll ever eat in your life. Okay. So fun little bit of trivia. Yes, they use pigs. They use pigs to dig them up. Yep. Yes, chef. Okay. Just gonna quickly work a knife through this. Okay. Again, guys, this is pretty much it. This is gonna be our butter. I don't think it doesn't need any salt or pepper because I've heavily seasoned the steak. I recorded all of like my preparation and that yesterday. So Mrs. Whyn helped me out. When we were out, I was trying to record a lot of stuff while we were out at the farm and that to try and get organized for all this. There's a lot of folks around here that, because of religious beliefs and that, don't wish to have their picture taken. Similar to like the Amish and that. Also, just keep in mind I have my sink just to my left here, or camera right. So every time I scrape a bunch of stuff off in this direction, first of all, I'm using the back side of the knife so I don't ruin my blade. And secondly, it's all just going into the sink so I can clean it up later. So people aren't like, man, Whyn's a fucking pig. Okay. Once you have your compound butter sorted out, my friends, drop it on a piece of saran wrap. Okay. This is a ton. I made way more than I intended on, but that's fine. That's how I do. Okay. And then all you got to do, that can go in the sink. Roll it over. Fold it over. Start spreading it out. You want it relatively, I don't know, like you want, so when you cut medallions off of it, you want them to be about the size of a quarter. Okay. Take the ends. Spin, 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 spin. Again, stretch it out a little bit. You can kind of give it a little roll as well, just to make it more round if you're trying to roll that truffle butter doobie. There you go. Yeah. Roll it up like that. And I'm just going to go stick this bad boy in the fridge. I want this to be nice and firm by the time we're ready to go. All right, my dudes. That's step one of dinner. So now we sit and we have a quick cerveza.